This is Tasha LaRae, and you're locked in to the Streetvibes Show with Dominic-H.
Hello, and welcome. You locked into another edition of the Streetvibes Show. Myself, Dominic-H, for the next hour or so. Might go over a little bit. Nice soulful session and a bit of bonus material. Gonna upload my exclusive interview with Carla Prather from last year. Interviewed her in 2021. Gonna upload that for you for your listening pleasure. Sit back, enjoy the vibes, enjoy the tunes. Make sure you turn it way up.
Dominic-H, Streetvibes Show.
Hi, this is Andrea Love, and you are locked into the Streetvibes Show with Dominic-H.
Dominic-H, don't you dare touch that dial.
You know she blows your mind on fire, can't stop, she's burning all the time. She's high, you can't stop, you freeze, dead cold, she's gonna melt you right. The chill, the thrill, cold as the ice, too cold, too old. Cool cats, she's a cool cat. She blows your mind on fire, can't stop, she's burning all the time. She's high, you can't stop, you freeze, dead cold, she's gonna melt you right. The chill, the thrill, cold as the ice, too cold, too old. Cool cats, taking all the cool back. She's a cool cat. all the cool back. Cool cats, she's a cool cat. All the cool back, taking it all back. She's a cool cat, she's a taking all the cool back, taking the cool right back home. Cool cats, taking all the cool back. She's a cool cat, taking all the cool back. Cool cat, she's a taking all the cool back, taking it all back. She's a cool cat, she's a taking all the cool back, taking the cool right back home.
DJ Dominic-H in the mix, playing you the best funky and soulful Chriz.
We're living in a time where we all need to join hands. We are one. Brothers and sisters, that's what we are. Do you get the picture? If so, we're going far. And we won't give up until we've won. And I've gotta, yes, I gotta. Can you feel what I'm feeling? Yes, I gotta. And I've gotta. Can't deny that. Even if you try that. Yes, we gotta.
Me and my girls love to kick back and tune in to Dominic-H Street Vibes. It's sexy.
It's the Streetvibes Show.
Come on over here, baby, and let me take off your shoes. Come on over here, baby. Come on over here, baby. I wanna take off your shoes. Come on over here, baby. Come on over here, baby. I wanna take off.
Streetvibes Show with Dominic-H.
Go
This one, the last one for this edition of the Streetvibes session. Coming up after this tune, bit of bonus material, my exclusive interview with Carla Prather, one of Chicago's finest. Interviewed her last year. Gonna upload it for you now. Hope you enjoyed the tunes, and I hope you enjoyed the interview. Look out for my information, my Facebook page, Insta and all that. I'll put it in the write-up. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed it and enjoy the interview. See you again real soon. Yours truly, Dominic-H.
Okay, hello and welcome. This is another Streetvibes Show exclusive. I have the talented singer-songwriter Carla Prather. Hello, Carla.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's a bit chilly over here in the UK, but doing well. Carla, can I just check something with you? With our UK, our English accents, is it Prather or Prather?
Prather, yes.
Right, Prather. So
everybody butchers the name, so no worries.
Right, okay.
Yes.
In the UK here, we would say Prather. We would kind of put more emphasis on the T and the H. So no worries, Carla Prather. So Carla, if you're okay for us to just have a brief conversation and see how things go and just go for a few questions, is that okay?
Sure, that'd be great.
Right. So Carla, if we can go back to the beginning, where it started for you, where it began, how did you get into music? What were your inspirations, stuff like that? Maybe a brief overview.
Absolute. I've always really been a singer since I was a really young child. And when I finished secondary school, I really wanted to pursue music. And I connected with some house producers here in Chicago. Mm-hmm. And it pretty much kind of took off from there. Jerry McAllister and I collaborated for a band called Mr. Ali. Right, and okay. So after some years of recording, we started to implement the live element of house. And in Chicago, we really played almost weekly at a club called Green Dolphin here in Chicago. Okay. And it became a really phenomenon. And during that time, we had a really big fan base that grew from there. And we basically started to tour a little bit, and we released a couple of albums, Transit, I believe. And then we also collaborated with Vic Lavender, who is also a really well-known house DJ and producer. Mm-hmm. And so that's pretty much where it all started, my performing live house music and as a recording artist and performer. So, and that was some years ago. So fast forward to today, it's really been a great journey, a lot of collaborations with a lot of great artists, producers, DJs from Chicago and abroad. And that has really been the scope of my career, just the collaborations and connections that I've made.
Oh, that's a brilliant story. I mean, just when I was doing some research, it said that you worked with Frank Orrell and am I going to pronounce this right? Poi Dog Pondering?
Correct. I'm still in that band. I've been in Poi Dog Pondering for about 20 plus years. Mm-hmm. And we have actually traveled the world together. We are still together. And of course, with the pandemic, a lot of our connections with our fans were missed. And so this fall, we're returning to the stage and to the tour circuit to really get out there and promote our material and to, of course, connect with our fans again. So, yes, Poi Dog has definitely been at the helm of my career.
And it's still going today. So you said, is that 20 years strong, did you say?
Yep, 20 plus, yep. And we're still going strong.
Wow.
20 plus, yes,
right.
Yes.
Okay. It said you worked with, also you worked with Erykah Badu. Is that correct?
Yes, I actually was in a band. Of course, I always perform live, and this particular band that I was in was called Zaje. Okay. Zaje. Mm-hmm. And at the time, we were doing the series called the Craft Series with the Miller Genuine Draft, the beer company. They were really trying to forge relationships between local artists and artists that were already established. And so we were promoting and touring with that band for a couple of years. And Erykah Badu was one of the artists that we worked with. We worked with a host of artists with that connection, including Roy Ayers, El DeBarge, Al B. Sure, KRS-One, Common, Miri Ben Ari, so the list goes on and on. But that was a time, a couple of years of a time when we were able to connect with some major artists. And Erykah Badu was one of them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you jumped into a few of my other questions there. I had the KRS-One and the Rakim and the MC Lights, so I'd seen that. And, what was that? What was it like? Any stories out from those? I mean, these are massive names. These are huge names in the industry, and
absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I guess my greatest experience from that was the connections and forging those relationships. Because I still perform with Al B. Sure, with Roy Ayers. When he comes into Chicago, sometimes I perform with him. And KRS-One and I did a couple of shows out in New York after that series that we were doing. So I did make some great connections from it. That was really the purpose of the Craft series, to really connect local artists with established artists. And so I was able to forge some relationships from that. So it was a very beneficial time in Chicago for live artistry and, for making the connections.
Oh, fantastic. Since you also work with Byron Stingley, and I think it's probably one of my favorite songs. It's the way love is. Everybody loves that tune. And if you play house, that it's just, listen, I was looking at it on YouTube earlier today, and I was thinking, it still just makes me tingle when I hear that song, and it's just
I know,
it's so powerful, isn't it? And it's what's he like? What's he like as a person? Or just
Byron's an amazing person. He's been a mentor of mine for a very long time, and a lot of his material, of course, after the Devotion and 10 City days, his solo material I've done backgrounds on, and they are actually boasting of a new album that has just been released, 10 City, Go 10 City. And so I did a couple of backgrounds on a couple of the songs. Byron is straightforward, and he gives me awesome advice at all times. And so I value his opinion and his input in my career. And not only that, Byron has really taken my career to the next level, I should say, with a recent single that he wrote for me. It was actually released during the pandemic last year in May, and it's called Never Fall in Love with a DJ.
Oh, we're going to talk about that one.
Yes.
We're going to talk about that one a bit later because
right. So I won't get too much into it.
Hold that thought because we're going to talk about the inspiration. Hold that thought.
Absolutely.
That's a big tune. That one. I'm playing that today, funny enough. So.
Cool.
Yeah, I love that.
As far as Byron, he's a great guy, just overall, just a really great spirit, and he's a giver. He shares what his input and insight with the artists that he works with, and I truly value our connection.
Oh, brilliant. So, as you know, I play Soulful House, as I mentioned to you. So I've seen, you seem like one of the busiest artists. I mean, every time I go to pick up some tunes, it seems like there's a Carla Prather tune coming out again. And, I think, and I love your sound, I love your voice. So, whenever I see it, I think, well, it's a no-brainer to me. I download it straight away. I'll pay for it, download it, ready to go. And when I look at this, I see you work with DJ Spen, Mike Dunn, David Morales, Sean McCabe, Groove Assassin. I mean, I can't name them all. There's so many. I mean, what's it like working with some of these producers and, some of our UK's very own here? I mean, what's it like working?
Exactly. Wow, it's been amazing. I when you start to mention the names, I'm just like, whoa. I mean, I sometimes tend to forget because it's one project after the other, but just the showmanship that I have experienced with, especially producers in the soulful house genre, has been amazing. Like you mentioned, DJ Spen, beautiful person, him and his wife. I love them both. Very giving people and very humble. That's the one thing that I pride myself in looking for in producers that I work with is humility, because we have to come together and create something that will impact others. And I believe it starts at being humble, having a humble approach. And so that's the one take that I have found to be a continuum with the producers I've worked with, is them coming to me as great as they are and, giving me the credit that they feel I deserve for my artistry. And so I think that has been the most rewarding part of it, just speaking with them in terms of just putting together projects and them being willing to let me bring my ideas to the table has been extremely rewarding. So that's the takeaway for me, being able to make that connection and, release material that is really from the heart.
Fantastic, brilliant. And so my next question, and hopefully it's not the song we're going to talk about, but do you have a favorite song that you wrote and performed? And if so, why is that your favorite?
I would have to say my favorite. Oh goodness, I have more than one.
It's a difficult question.
For various reasons. It is.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. I have a few, but the one that comes to mind right now is called "Let It Be," and that one was written on my tour to South Africa. I did a really short tour, a couple clubs over there, but I made some great connections there, and one of them was with Sir LSG. who is a South African producer who works with Ralph Gum.
Right.
And initially, when I got over to South Africa, I connected with Ralph Gum, and I was going to do a release with him, but he suggested that I work with his protege at the time, which was Sir LSG. And so when we got together there, the song was actually written on South African soil.
Okay.
And so I think there's a lot of, a lot of memories behind the song. A lot of the experiences that I had there went into me writing the song. And so I have very fond memories of that whole experience. And so I'd have to say that's my favorite right now that I at least wrote.
Right, okay. And the South African soulful house scene is huge as well, isn't it? It's very, very very popular over there. Very, very. Okay, so let's get to the question then. I've been waiting to ask you this. So one of my favorite songs is "Never Fall in Love with a DJ," and with a lot of my DJ friends, we have a bit of a chuckle and a bit of a laugh when we hear this, and everyone's thinking, So what came about there? So putting a bad light on our DJ, saying that we can't concentrate on anything once we're looking at our records or our tunes, which is pretty true. It's quite accurate, but no, I love this song. I think this song is amazing. So, what came behind that? What brought that about?
Okay, so that song is actually written by Byron Stingley, and so when he first, I was actually in the studio with him cutting some background vocals for another song, and he was demoing "Never Fall in Love with a DJ" for another artist. And so I said, if that doesn't work out, make sure you reach out to me, So he was like, well, let's give it a stab and see what happens. And so that was really the birth of Never Fall in Love with a DJ. As far as the actual content of the song, that's all Byron Stingley. So I got so many inboxes and emails when the song first came out, like, what did we do to you? I'm like, don't kill the messenger. I didn't write the song. I'm just a singer, But I think, Byron and I have had a lot of conversations about the song, and really it doesn't just pertain to DJs, but whatever your passion is in life, period. Sometimes other people and other things can tend to be on the outside of that. And so I think it pertains to pretty much anybody in any line of work that's really super passionate and doesn't really allow other things to sway their attention. And so we were really looking at the record as what it feels like to be on the outside of that. You know what I mean? So it's almost like I think people can relate to it on many different levels, because even people who are blue collar, everyday working people are like, my wife says I work too much, so you could be right. You know what I mean? So I think that was really the intent. I don't think either of us have ever been brokenhearted by a DJ. At least I haven't. I can't speak for him. So it's not coming from a personal vendetta or experience at all. It's just, we thought that it was really a clever idea and that a lot of people could relate to it, and they have. The record came out during the pandemic, but it's still getting a lot of airplay. People are still picking it up and hearing it for the first time, which is great for us.
Oh, it's a beautiful tune. It's brilliant. It's just, it bangs in every way. The vocals, the background music, everything. When you play that tune, it still hits. So I think that's going to be around for a long while. This one, it's going to be around for.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
I hope so.
So you mentioned the Chicago house scene, and over here in the UK, when we look to the States, and obviously they talk about Baltimore, you talk about Chicago, but Chicago obviously pioneering, and it's deep rooted in the whole thing. I mean, is it still like that over here? Is the feel about soulful house and house generally still quite powerful over there? And
it is, Chicago being the mecca of house music, it's forever evolving. And then, we have the chosen few here, Terry Hunter, Jesse Saunders, Wayne Williams, their whole crew is very instrumental in keeping the house music going here in Chicago. And I mean, there are just so many amazing house producers here. I don't want to start naming them because I don't want to forget anybody, but it's just the collaboration of input as far as house that makes Chicago the mecca for me in a lot of ways. And yes, I mean, house is always going to be alive in Chicago. Always. They're always, especially in the summertime, you have like so many house picnics and so many house events to go to because, this, of course, people consider to be the birthplace in a lot of ways. So I look forward to being a part of that. Like we're performing a lot this summer here in Chicago, some house venues, and it's good to get back out there,
Yeah, it's a shame we can't really travel at the moment from the UK. We can't really go anywhere at the moment. So no one's going to be...
Really?
No, it's still pretty locked down over here. So we're moving around locally. You can move around nationally, but you can't really go international at the moment. So no one will be able to get out from the UK at the minute. So it's still a bit closed up at the moment here.
Yeah. I mean, we're not quite out of this yet,
Mm-hmm.
And my heart goes out to everyone who's been affected by it. And, hopefully the music helps to heal in some way.
Definitely. I mean, it has changed the way that everybody DJs. I know everyone's kind of gone to video DJing via social media because people can't get to the clubs. And, if you went to buy any DJ equipment, it was sold out. So it really did increase the way that everyone was and change the way everyone was playing music. But, once the music's out there and it's keeping people happy, getting through tough times, that's what it's all about, really. That's what it's all about.
That's right.
Definitely. Just a few quick fire questions now, Carla. So,
sure.
What's the future looking like now? So music, tours, anything like that? Anything that you can share, would like to share?
We have a lot of things coming up in the States. Things are opening up a little bit. So Poi Dog is going to be touring in the fall. So we have several dates within the States that will be traveling. And then myself personally, I have a few live performances coming up in Chicago. But I also have an R&B album that's going to be released sometime this year. Yep, it was produced by a producer from Chicago named Steve Miggity Maestro. And so he and I got together during the pandemic and penned this whole album in just a matter of a couple of months. And so what our goal is to do is to just bring back the soulful side of R&B to the airwaves, and then of course we'll be doing some house remixes to a few of the tunes to of course continue my love for my house music fan base, but outside of that, I'm still working on new material. I have a few tunes that are coming out in the next couple of months. I have a song called There Will Be a Way with Dave Anthony. And that one is pretty much, he when he reached out to me, he said he wanted a song that would make people feel good. And so this song is all about giving people a little bit of light that, there'll be a way that we'll make it. There'll be a way that we'll get through this, And so that one should be coming out the 2nd of July on Newtown Recordings. I'm sorry. And I have another one that is coming out with Ralph Session. And that one is called You Want to Get Up. It's coming out on Half-Assed Records. Around the same time as There Will Be a Way. I think it's coming out the 2nd or the 3rd of July, both of July. And that one, of course, is a paying homage to the people who come to the party and sit down. So it's like, you want to get up, go ahead and get up and get your groove on. Okay, so that's what that one is. So the whole thrust of the song is, you want to get up. So go ahead and get up and get your party on.
Come on, let's go. Yeah.
Yep. So I have to send you promos for those, so you can definitely check those out. They'll be out on TrackSource and Bandcamp.
I'll be looking forward to that, and they will get played on any show that I do. So I'm always playing and putting out different things. So I will be circulating this interview. Also, a couple more quick fires, and then I'll let you go. So you've performed all around the States and around various parts of the world. What would you say your favorite place, country, city, venue that you've performed in?
I want to say Hawaii. Poi Dog and I played in Hawaii, in Waikiki, and we spent 5 days there. We rented a house, or I'm not sure if we rented the house. It was a family house of Frank Oral, and we just basically bunked all night and wrote together and cooked and ate together. So it was a great, great trip. This was, I think, sometime in the late. I'm not gonna give a date because then I'll be telling my age.
No, don't do that. Never reveal the age.
Exactly. I'll just say it was some time ago.
Some time ago.
Yep. But that was my absolute favorite. And then of course South Africa is a very close second, because we were there a while as well and made some great connections there.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, Carla, thank you for that. If you could just let people know how to support you, follow you, and anything you're doing. And I'll have to say thank you. It's been great speaking to you. and I look forward to the music. So how can people follow you? How can people, get in touch and see what you're doing?
Absolute. Of course, I'm on Facebook, Carla Prather. I have several pages on Facebook: Carla Prather Music, Carla Prather South Africa, and the Only Fly Diva, Carla Prather, on Facebook. And I'm also on Instagram as the Carla Prather. Right. So either of those is great. Twitter as well, Carla Prather. I'm basically on all of the media outlets, so people can definitely reach out to me and let me know what you think about the new material I have coming up. And I would definitely like to see you if you are in the Chicago area at one of my upcoming shows, which will be posted. Mm-hmm.
I will be there, definitely. When I get a chance to get out, I was in the States in 2019. I got as far as Baltimore, but I didn't quite get to Chicago. So I had some family in Jersey, so we sort of rented a car and we was driving around, sort of thing. But I definitely want to get out to Chicago for the house scene, definitely.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, definitely. Carla, I have to say thank you very much. And I will say, Carla, if she will respond to you, she's fantastic. I messaged her, and literally before I could put my phone down, she was like, yes, I'm ready to talk to you. So make sure you follow Carla, you listen, and what a singer, great music. And as I said, seems very active and very busy. There's always a tune in my playlist with Carla on there. So
I appreciate it.
Carla, you have a fantastic day, okay? Thank you for talking to me.
You as well, okay. Absolutely.
You take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.